It's Arkansas Game Day on ESPN Arkansas, brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Pressure, in trouble, looking to run, now he's throwing downfield, got a man completed the 35, touchdown, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Arkansas!
Visit their website at shoponrazorback.com with the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
I got that wood!
Sawyer's, been in business since 1990, locally owned and operated. This is Arkansas Game Day.
Colton, well done on this open. We welcome you in Arkansas Game Day for the first time against an SEC opponent. The Tennessee Volunteers in town this weekend. First time they've been here since 2020. Won 3 straight against the Vols in this series in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Hopefully you'll extend that streak to 4 today. Alongside Colton Little and Christian Johnson, I'm Ty Richardson. Happy to be here for the next 2.5 hours. We've got a loaded lineup for you this afternoon. SEC Mike, that SEC podcast, Michael Braden, a residential Tennessee fan, will join us at 1:30. Clay Henry's going to jump up with us at 2:30. And then Fort Smith Athletics Director Michael Beaumont, who parks here at the Stadium Shop, is also going to hop on for a sec with us at 2 o'clock. So we've got 3 guests, we've got 3 co-hosts, and we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to hear from Sam Pittman, some players, and more throughout the program. Your calls and texts are welcome here on Arkansas Game Day at 877-377-6963. And as you heard, we're brought to you by our friends at the Stadium Shop. Appreciate Robert, Elizabeth, Matthew hosting us each and every home game. Buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value, half off. And their new Nike apparel and jerseys are in that too. Visit their website at shoponrazorback.com. But the value, the deal is in-store only, so come take advantage of it today on your way to the game at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. And by Sawyer's Sunroom. Sawyer's for everything outside of the house. Buzz Sawyer and his team can do sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Visit them online at sawyers-sunrooms.com. Well, gentlemen, we got about 5.5 hours till kickoff. Technically, it's 6:44 tonight. Chuck Barrett let that be known yesterday on the Chuck and Bo show. There are a lot of Tennessee fans here in town. I was pretty surprised as I drove in yesterday. I'm staying with Ford this weekend. Guys, there is a lot of orange, not the burnt orange, but not exactly a tasteful orange here at Big C.
Yeah, they're going to be disappointed after the game tonight. I've got a feeling that Arkansas is going to show up and play well enough to win. I think they're going to stifle Tennessee early, and I don't think they're going to be able to bounce back. I think the crowd's going to be in it because of the magnitude of the game, and I think the players are finally going to feed off the crowd. And I just think it's going to be an all-around great performance by the Hogs. Not to say they won't make any mistakes, and I know this is a good Tennessee team, but you have got to play a great game, and I think they're going to do that. And I don't think Tennessee is going to have their best game. I just don't think I think they're coming in a little too, with their heads, high and thinking that they can just show up and win. And I think Arkansas is going to surprise some people today.
Well,
all right, Colton, that's his take. What's going to happen in your opinion?
I will say this. Regardless of the outcome of the game, I'm going to drop a little nugget on you here, fellas. Since 2005, the Arkansas Razorbacks football winning percentage in night games in the SEC, take a guess, Ty. What do you think it is since 2005?
I'm going to say night games, it's like 600 and something.
750. They're 28-9.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good record, all right? I'll take that, honestly. And you know what? I think that this crowd tonight, look, they've got all day to wander around the tailgate, drink their preferred brew, do what they got to do. They're going to be excited. There's some demons to be exercised tonight. And look, I hate the color orange.
Yep.
No matter what hue, no matter what shade, no matter how it looks, I'm not a fan. All right? So, look, I think that the Razorbacks tonight come out strong. They come out hot. They're going to score in their first couple of drives. And then I hope that our defense can keep up. Tennessee is really good, folks. They're going to definitely put it to Arkansas. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I do think that talent is going to win out in the fourth quarter. And if you look at all 22 across the board, Tennessee's definitely got the better players. So I think it's going to be a tough game for the Razorbacks tonight. It's going to probably end up being another close one. I think they're going to pull away in the end, unfortunately. But look, this Tennessee team, man, they are deep in the trenches, and that is where we're not at our best right now. And until we prove otherwise, that's what I'm thinking.
One thing, their defense, and I kind of saw this on game day, they do kind of struggle a little bit with mobile quarterbacks.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw her.
Believe it or not, I mean, the Oklahoma quarterback got around the edge on them several times, and we know what Taylon's capable of doing. I think there's going to be plays there for Taylon to make with his feet today.
Well, that's hopefully the case. And you mentioned Mikey Williams when he came in after Jackson Arnold had some plays. That game looked like it was going to be out of hand regardless, and Oklahoma did offer it up. And I think the final score in that game was 25-12, if I remember correctly. But Oklahoma squandered some opportunities. And, Christian, you alluded to it. Like, Arkansas is going to turn the ball over. That's just who they are. We know it's coming. It's just a matter of when and where it happens for Arkansas. Taylon Green, he did not play well in Razorback Stadium 3 weeks ago. He knows that. It was his debut, and I know he was probably frustrated about it. You could tell he was frustrated about it. Petrino was frustrated about it. Now he's going up against a better defense in his first SEC home game. He's got the crowd behind him, unlike you didn't have the full crowd with you in Jerry World this past week. It's not, I wouldn't necessarily call it a hostile environment, but I'm really curious to see if Taylon can bounce back from his performance last time in Razorback Stadium, because I know for him, he hasn't necessarily played how he's wanted to, and there's a lot of reasons why he hasn't fit to where he's wanted to necessarily be with this football team, but he needs to get his confidence going. And for Bobby Petrino, I mean, Coach Pittman talked about it this week, they don't have a confident quarterback right now. What kind of confidence do we see from number 10 at the opening drive? Guys, if I was in Arkansas shoes, and I was talking with the Morning Rush listener about this last night, I'd take the ball. And I think most of the times you're at home, you kick off, but Tennessee has shown the ability in the first quarter to jump on people and step on their throats. I think you take the ball, see if you can score a field goal or a touchdown. They haven't trailed all year.
Yeah.
How do they react for the first time all season on the road, trailing with a young quarterback? I think that's going to be a real key in this football game tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with Tennessee. They're coming in 4-0, ranked really well. You know, everything's going right. I just feel like, and I know Oklahoma on the road, that's a tough game, but I still feel like when Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium is rocking, that's one of the toughest places to play. And they still have a freshman quarterback. I mean, I know he went on the road to Oklahoma and did enough to win. He made some mistakes. I felt like they took the ball out of his hands a little bit once they got a little bit of a lead, because he is a freshman. And I think there will be mistakes made by him today. You just got to capitalize on them. You've got to score if they give you the ball, that you've got to score points on it. And Taylon, he's probably going to have a turnover, but that he doesn't need to lose his composure and start overreacting to one mistake. You've just got to stay the course. The defense has to play well. Don't let their receivers get behind you. Keep them in front of you. I know that's easier said than done, but just kind of do what you've been doing as far as on the defensive side of the ball. And the offense, they're going to have to get a little creative today, I think.
That's a good
Guys,
take.
let's step away from what's going on for Fayetteville for just a sec. We got plenty of time, next 2.5 hours to discuss. You guys made me aware. I had not seen the score. I saw the game start, but I had not seen an update. Give our audience an update of what's happening in College Station right now.
It is 31-0 last time I checked. It's all A&M. Connor Wigman got the start, and it's almost like Missouri did not at all prepare for Wigman, because and it could just be Wigman's having a great day, but he is making every throw. He's running. They're running the ball on him. I mean, it just looks like Missouri just got hit in the mouth, and they're stunned right now. They're getting killed.
About 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Like Christian said, it's 31-0. Wegman's got 17 for 21 stat line right now, 243. So he's slinging it. Le'Veon Moss is running all over him. And this was really interesting, Christian and Ty. I don't know if you saw this. There's a lot of beef online between these two teams. One of their cornerbacks sent Theo East the blanket, said he's going to cover you up all day. And it looks like, let's see checking on Theo East's receiving stats. There are none listed. So,
wow.
People have been saying Missouri's overrated,
fraudulent Tigers.
defensively, they are not as good as they were last year. They lose Cody Schrader, who wins the Burlsworth Trophy, and they haven't been the same team. Yeah, they have not been the same team thus far. Eli Drinkwitz and company in trouble in College Station. All right, a lot to get to. Again, we'll run through the lineup real quick. Michael Braden, SEC Mike, Tennessee fan, joins us at 1:30. He'll give us kind of an inside look on the Volunteers at 2 o'clock. Michael Beaumont, the director of Fort Smith Public Schools athletics director, will join us. And then also we'll have Mr. Clay Henry. If you haven't read his column up on hitthatline.com, you definitely need to check that out. It's really good as well. A lot to get to here in the next hour, 20 minutes of Arkansas Game Day. We're live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. It's also presented by Sawyer's Sunrooms.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren. COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make a Wake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make a Wake Bait and Tackle.
The way Wave Rural Connect. Shoal Creek Zone is open. Fast fiber internet, TV, and home phone available. This covers Midway, New Blaine, Scranton, Delaware, and other areas. Even if this isn't your zone, check your address. We might be available for you. Get your whole home solution. Internet, TV, and phone from a local provider. Go to signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts need, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 Fort Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They hand it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day, 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Talon, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week, because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
There's Joshua Braun right there, one of the offensive line starters for the Arkansas Razorback, Florida transfer, who went down to Gainesville last season along with the rest of his team, got a win against his former team. I know for Addison Nichols and Danico Slaughter, big game for those two guys today as former Tennessee Volunteers. Not just those two. It's a big game for everyone today. We got some Sam Pittman and stuff to get into. Let's just stay on the offensive line for a sec. He's noticed his struggles. It's been that way, unfortunately, the last 2 years. They're better run blocking this year. I think we all can see that. You don't have to be an offensive line guru to notice that or anything. But here's what Sam had to say about the O-line struggles.
Well, we're trying. We're trying to fix it, and I don't believe personnel change right now is going to help us. I think the only way that we can get better is maybe take a little bit of the pressure off, like I said, and run the ball a little bit more, and hopefully stay out of those third down situations and move the ball a little bit more on the ground.
And on that statement, Taylon Green threw the ball 41 times this past game, dropped back a little more than that. Guys, he kind of alluded to him. And you got to get Jaquinta Jackson. No Rodney Hill today. He's got a concussion. Whether it's Braylon Russell, I know Rashad Dominion is going to be available today. We'll see if he had a good week of practice, giving the coaches positivity in playing him. Those guys got to get going early today for Arkansas, especially in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to moving the ball efficiently with the run game, it doesn't always have to be just the run game. Something I thought that we kind of hit here and there on a few times during the week last week was we hit some quick screens, we hit some jet sweeps for a couple of plays, and then we got away from it. And I know that Bobby knows what he's doing, and I trust him to call the correct plays. But it's something I'd like to see is to be able to spread the ball around more to different players to kind of, maybe give Jaquinta Jackson a little bit of that break, because as of right now, he can't be that 25 carry that carry a game back. He just hasn't shown the stamina to do that. So you have to get Braylon Russell kind of lathered up in the late third quarter and fourth quarter. I mean, he had 3 rushes last week for 15 yards. That's 5 yards to carry. So you got to keep giving him a little bit of a chance to, get moving and get going, take some of the pressure off of Jackson so that they can move the ball, because sparing last week, this offensive line has showed that they are capable of moving the line of scrimmage and able to, get holes for our running backs to go through. And so if you're able to do that, it does take a lot of pressure off of Taylon, because, for a 50% completion rate quarterback, dropping back 50 times a game is probably not a recipe for success.
Yeah, and Tennessee is first in points scored per game in the nation. So the way to counter that, like you were saying, Colton, is to run the football. milk the clock. You've got to sustain drives. You can't go 3 and out very often in this game. It's going to happen, but you can't. You've got to limit that. Give yourself a chance because when you're facing a team that can score like Tennessee, you don't want to get into a situation where your offense feels like they've got to score every time they get the ball. And that's pretty obvious. But my point is, run the ball. If you don't score, shorten the game a little bit. Give yourself a chance. The defense is going to be able to rest. They're going to have to play well. That is the key. You're going to have to sustain drives and run the football. Even if, you almost have to do it even if it's not working early. You just kind of got to get into a rhythm. I'm not saying on 3rd and long or 2nd and long necessarily, but you've got to sustain some drives, and I think Russell's a good one to give it to. I think he can get you some yards, and Jaquindon Jackson, obviously, we know what he can do. So that's got to be objective number one.
Yeah, no, Christian, you're exactly right. I would point to what Kentucky was able to do against Ole Miss and Oxford, Mississippi. I see a lot of similarities between the Rebels and the Vols and the way they try and up-tempo. They try and run the football as long as taking some shots. And one of the reasons Ole Miss was never able to get clicking offensively is because Kentucky, especially in the first half, dominated the time of possession. Arkansas is one of the best teams in the SEC in time of possession. When they get that offense, when they get their basically claws on you, it's hard to get up sometimes. Now, Tennessee has a loaded defensive line, not just from a talent standpoint, from a depth standpoint. So it's a tall task ahead for guys like Joshua Braun and others today. But if you get that clicking early, it's definitely going to hope out your team. And, again, Pittman says it's the key matchup.
They're deep on the front, on their front, and 9 or 10 deep that can really, really play. Behind them, they've got some excellent linebackers who a lot of times run free because their D-line's so good. They do a great job of moving the inside of the pocket, of flushing the pocket, and, of course, their defensive ends are outstanding. So the matchup is going to be between our offensive line and their D-line, and I know it's a broken record because that's 3 weeks in a row that's going to be the matchup.
I liked what I saw when Arkansas was playing A&M and they blitzed. I liked the defense. They were able to get pressure when the linebackers were blitzing. I think that's what our defense will need to do today. We know Tennessee's going to do it. Taylor's going to have to use his legs to get around the edge or whatever. But our defense is just as important that our defense puts pressure on their quarterback.
Well, Clay pointed out something very important. I think it was on the Morning Rush yesterday. It might have been on another show this week. One of the reasons Landon Jackson was able to have such a good game this past week, where he had 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss, I believe, is because they did bring those linebackers that you referred to, Christian. So he wasn't double teamed. It was chipped. It was one-on-one. Landon can beat this guy one-on-one. He just hadn't in the first 4 games shown just a ton of ability to beat double teams, which, by the way, I don't want to make light of that or easy of that. It's not. But he's been a good run stopper so far this year, but they need him to wreak havoc in the quarterback eyes. Like, you've got this kid that's I believe he's 19 years old. Like, he's playing in only his 2nd SEC road game. He's never trailed. It is so vital and important to make that kid uncomfortable where he can't just hand the ball off 2 or 3 times consistently. Like, he's got to make plays. And if he does, he beats you. And if you lose that way, if this young kid beats you, then Travis Williams has done all he can do. But you at least give yourself an opportunity if you set it up in that situation. We're going to learn more about the Tennessee Volunteers coming up in just a bit. Michael Braden, that SEC podcast, going to join us. SEC Mike, give us his thoughts, not just on Tennessee. Guys, do we have a score? I'm assuming you guys have it on studio. Do we have a score update of Texas A&M and Missouri? It was
34-7. I think Missouri got on the board. So,
okay.
27-26 SMU Louisville right now in a good game as well, though.
Okay. That's the only SEC game on. There's, 5 SEC teams that have byes. So the only SEC game, again, like you said, 34-7. A&M the ball. It's getting the clock's dwindling in the 3rd quarter. We'll get more updates throughout that. That looks like it's final, but you never know in the Southeastern Conference. All right, when we return, we'll talk to SEC Mike. Again, it's Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Buy 1 regular price clothing item, get 1 second equal or lesser value half off. This includes the Nike apparel and jerseys and our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms, Sawyer's-sunrooms.com. metalmartgameday.com. More Arkansas Game Day coming up next.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Presented by Sharp Equipment. Check out the new Whacker Newson ST45 at Sharp Equipment. It's bigger, bolder, and is ideal for lifting and loading. The vertical path lift arm allows for easy load placement in demanding applications where reach and height is a requirement. For compact, heavy equipment with a great deal of power, visit them and check out the new Whacker Newson lineup at Sharp Equipment, 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or call them at 479-242-1406.
Missing or broken teeth? Sharp Smiles wants you to start chewing again with dental implants. Scared of the dentist? Sharp Smiles will help you overcome your fear. Big dental problems? Sharp Smiles Modern Dentistry and Implants is your answer to your dental needs and services, where your smile is top priority. Get the smile you have always wanted from the friendly faces at Sharp Smiles, 2600 Market Trace, Suite B, off Jenny Lind across from Harps. For more information, visit the website at sharpsmilesdds.com or call 648-9988.
Do you need help with your next project? Metters Lumber True Value is here to help. A family-owned business since 1936, the staff has more than 90 years of experience in construction and the hardware business. If they don't have what you need, they know how to get it, and they are more than happy to accommodate your special order. So whether it's building a new deck, a paint project around the house, or needing a new set of tools, Metters Lumber True Value has everything you need. With locations in Alma, Ozark, and Clarksville, and you can shop online at metterslumber.com. Metters Lumber True Value.
Celebrate your pastor at the Solid Rock this month. October is Pastor Appreciation Month, and to help you celebrate, the Solid Rock is giving you a $5 gift card to give to your pastor with any purchase of $50 or more. And while you're there, be sure to check out the wonderful assortment of items that would make great pastor appreciation gifts. Celebrate Pastor Appreciation Month at the Solid Rock, the store that honors Christ all year long, off South 74th near Sam's Club.
At Our Best Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we recognize, serve, and support communities of all kinds. From small towns to big cities, business startups to large companies, young families to seniors, and those with shared backgrounds and interests. We value your contributions and are proud to work alongside you, because every community deserves a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
Metal Mart offers high-quality prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, custom trim shop, carports, and more. They strive to be a company where contractors as well as do-it-yourselfers are welcome. Metal Mart assists you in calculating the materials needed to complete your project, all at a rate you can afford. Stop by 7320 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith or call 648-3342. You can also catch them online at metalmarts.com. Metal Mart, the right material for the right price.
Award-winning barbecue is always at the Links at Chaffee Crossing. Whether it's ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, they can satisfy any appetite. Enjoy daily food and drink specials while you watch the games on one of several TVs. The Links at Chaffee Crossing is here and always ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The Links at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
Hanging with Danny Cobb at American Welding Laboratories. Danny, tell us about the school.
Well, Tommy, we're going on 3 years in operation. We teach all aspects of welding, from stick welding all the way to combination pipe.
So how's the job market these days?
Job market's wide open, whether you want to stay local or hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They hand it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Taylor, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week, because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
All right, let's talk to our friend Michael Bratton as we're live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback here for the remaining 2 hours or so. Come by and see us. Buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value half off, including the new Nike apparel and jerseys. Mike, I'll happily send you a Darren McFadden jersey for what happened in 2006, man. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, yeah, and just hoping tonight's a different story.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see something similar. I don't think Arkansas has the same talent offensively as they did in 2006 or 2011. We've talked to a lot of Razorbacks today. I always like to get a perspective on what the other team looks like. Everyone knows who Nico. I say everyone. A lot of people know who Nico is listing right now. He's the young phenom from California that's playing quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers. Mike, give us a sense of what else Tennessee has offensively, who he tries to utilize in this offense.
Yeah, well, despite popular opinions, Ty, Tennessee's runs through the running game, and Tennessee's been number one leading the SEC in rushing last season. They're off to a great start. They're currently leading the SEC in rushing again. And Dylan Sampson is the name to know. He leads the SEC in rushing touchdowns. I believe he's number 2 in the rushing attack. He's pretty awesome. He's Tennessee's starting running back. They've got a really good offensive line that was missing both starting offensive tackles against Oklahoma and still had a tremendous success. And both those guys are suiting up on Saturday against the Razorbacks, unfortunately, for Arkansas fans, you know.
Oh, man. Cooper Mays, I think Pittman still has a relationship with Cooper Mays. He was one of the guys at SEC Media Days. I know Addison Nichols coming over from the center position, so some Tennessee tie-ins for Arkansas's head football coach. You mentioned the run game. I wonder, Mike, if you're a Tennessee fan, in Tennessee, if they can't get the ground game going tonight, which against a pretty good rush defense from Arkansas, are you confident that Nico, in really a second SEC road start, is going to be able to do enough throwing the football to get a win against the Hogs tonight?
Yeah, and that's kind of the beauty of Tennessee right now, Ty. Is they can beat you in so many different ways. It's kind of a pick your poison. And a lot of teams, for whatever reason, are forcing Tennessee to beat them on the ground. And again, that's for those that don't understand Josh Heupel's system. It's very simple, to be quite honest with you. They line up the receivers outside the hash marks, so the defense before the snap has to declare essentially what they're doing. Are they going to guard against the run, or are they going to guard against the pass? And whatever look they're giving them, that dictates what the quarterback's going to do. So if Arkansas stacks the box, then they're going to leave their corners out on islands against these receivers. And just because we haven't seen a 300-yard day yet from Nico through the air, fully confident he can get that done, because for the first time under Josh Heupel, Tennessee legitimately goes probably 6 deep at receiver when it's usually only about 3 guys that are catching the ball. This year they've about doubled it.
Jeez, yeah, spread it out. I still remember Jalen Hyde's performance against Alabama. I don't think I've seen a wide receiver quarterback connection like I did in Neyland Stadium that day. Michael Bratton is our guest here. It's Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also co-presented by our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms. Mike, when you look at this Arkansas team and you've seen how close they've been, really not just this year but the last 2 years, what have you thought has been missing late in games, and what have you found to just put Arkansas in position with their inability to close out games?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I had the answer, I promise you I'd share it with Sam Pittman.
Would
you know
tell
what I mean?
Sam?
Maybe not this week, but every other week. I'm a big Sam Pittman fan. But, yeah, I mean, that's just so hard to say. But, I mean, and I get it. If I'm a Razorback fan, I'm frustrated to no end because they just keep coming up short in these one-possession games. But I don't know how you look at this team and don't look at the last two and say this team looks significantly better. Now, what is that worth? Again, because the last 2 seasons happened under Sam Pittman's watch as well. But should we just blow everything up and it's going to get better next year? I don't know if that's reality. Again, do you stick with someone who can't win a close game and hoping at some point that's going to turn? I don't know. But why they can't do it remains a mystery to me, because from this year to last year, I mean, the offense is unrecognizable to me. So I wouldn't pin it on anybody on this year's roster just because last year was almost an entirely different players at the skill positions.
So let's talk about that. Michael Bradnick is our guest. So Mikey Williams had a little success for Oklahoma against Tennessee. That was late in game. Game was probably out of hand at that point. But if you're Tennessee, if you're Josh Heupel, what is your level of concern with Taylen Green's ability to get outside the pocket and make plays tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's the ultimate X factor, and that, it's not as simple as what he does is going to dictate every Arkansas game. But I think when he's on, and we've seen that many times. Oklahoma State, until the pick six, I mean, it looked like they were going to run Oklahoma State out of their own building there. So when he's on, I think Arkansas can compete with anybody they're going to play with. But the problem is he's a little inconsistent, and particularly last game, I don't even know if you can put that on him because even the first play, 75-yard touchdown pass, I mean, he basically had to make that happen because he had no time in the pocket. So he's running for his life all against A&M. We see what A&M's doing against Missouri. Maybe A&M's just elite. I don't know. But Tennessee's got a lot of the same pieces. And quite frankly, they may not have a defensive lineman as good as Nick Scorton, who Arkansas saw last week, but I think they got a lot deeper defensive line. So they're going to come at him at waves tonight. So if they can keep him running and make him force the issue like he did the last week, then I think Tennessee's going to cruise to an easy victory.
Hey, Mike, it's Christian here. Tennessee converts about half the time on third downs. Getting them to third and long is going to be huge for Arkansas. How important do you think third downs are going to be in this game?
Yeah, it's important, but for Tennessee, I think it's really first down is significantly more important because if Tennessee gets a nice game, they like to get chunk plays on first down, and that just obviously sets everything up for an easier second or third down conversion. But first down is always key for Tennessee because once they convert that first third down, they're running, and they run until the other team fakes an injury. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Oklahoma did that pretty well the last game, but for Tennessee, it's paramount that they have at least 5 yards on first down, and when they do that, their success is significantly higher than when it's not. So I understand third down is important, but Tennessee usually they're facing a lot of third and short situations because of how well they're doing on first down.
Mike, to kind of go off that, Tennessee hasn't trailed all season. This is a wild stat. I mean, 78-3 in the first quarter. They've dominated teams like NC State. I know that Oklahoma game was a little more closer on the scoreboard than maybe it actually was on the field that night in Gaylord Memorial. But what is your level of concern if you're Josh Heupel if you do get down in this game tonight, considering you haven't been in this position all year long?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Ty, and I think that's why I think it's paramount. And it was kind of funny. I'm sure you've seen the clip, and as has most of your audience, but Sam Pittman was asked about that. Tennessee's outscoring their opponent 78-3 in the first quarter, and it's Sam Pittman.
Like, well, thanks, Bob.
Yeah, thanks for the confidence there, but it's true. And this is not a 1 year outlier. This is what Josh Heupel's offense has shown to be his entire time at Tennessee. So they're going to jump on people. And I think it's so important for Arkansas not to let that happen because Tennessee is going to want to jump out to that lead, quiet the crowd. If Arkansas can just get to second quarter and not be trailing, I think that's a huge victory, and it's going to keep that crowd engaged. And Tennessee has not faced, like you said, they've not been down in a single time in this game. I think there's a good chance they could get down in this game and get down early. Now, can Arkansas keep them down? That's a different story. But get it to a second half game, get this crowd into it. That's how you pull off an upset like this.
Mike, you referenced Scallerton earlier. What the heck's going down in College Station? Missouri does not look like the same team that we saw take Georgia almost toe-to-toe last year, get to 10 wins. They don't have Schrader. Defensively don't look as good. Wigman, as Christian Coldwell reported out earlier, has hit every throw. How shocked are you by the first SEC game of the day, brother?
Yeah, I picked Missouri to pick this to win this game.
Did you bet on him, Mike? Did you bet on him? Did you put any money on him?
No, this is what I was most torn about. But I certainly didn't think it was going to come down to this. But yeah, Missouri's been totally ineffective. There have been. I hate to be that guy, but I call it like I see it. There's been several questionable calls that all went against Missouri's way early in the game, and and it's just been an avalanche. And they have no answer for A&M. They can't stop them. They can't move the ball on them. And all of a sudden, A&M is, I don't know if you've memorized their schedule or anything, but their path to the college football playoff is right there. They got LSU coming up at home, which I think LSU is kind of a fraudulent team. And then they get Texas at home. Now, you got to favor Texas, but who knows, in a rivalry type game, and A&M could probably even lose that. If they go 10-2, they should make the college football playoff.
Wow. I'm going to be honest. I didn't have that on my bingo card before the season, Mike, that the Texas A&M Aggies would potentially make the college football playoff. As we let you go, there's a couple games later on today. You've got that Florida-UCF game in Gainesville. See if Billy Napier survives that one. Auburn's going to, I think, just get drilled by Georgia later on. Of course, Tennessee and Arkansas tonight. What game outside of this one in Fayetteville are you looking forward to the outcome and just seeing what transpires?
Yeah, sadly, it probably is that Florida-UCF because you have to imagine that's going to be Super Bowl for UCF, and how engaged will Florida be with their dead man walking head coach. But I'll disagree with you on Georgia-Auburn. I mean, I certainly think Georgia will win, and they'll win comfortably. But when I say comfortably, I'm saying 10 to 14 points. I think Auburn is a lot better than they have shown. And I think we're overrating Georgia. Georgia, yeah, they had a nice comeback the other day, but I mean that's the nicest thing we could say about them all. They nearly lost to Kentucky. They looked halfway decent against Clemson. I think Georgia's living off what they did the last couple of years. So I think Auburn will keep it close with them. I really do.
They don't have any playmakers. Mike, we'll leave it there, man. We appreciate you jumping on with us. Hopefully we'll have a good one tonight, and hopefully I'll be sending you and Cousin Shane a rather spirited text about 10 o'clock or so. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. You're going to need it.
I know. All right. That's good stuff from our buddy Michael Braden. That SEC podcast, Mike and his and Cousin Shane do a great job with that. You can follow him on Twitter as well at That SEC Podcast. He's right. Arkansas is going to need some luck tonight. They didn't get it against Texas A&M. They certainly didn't get it in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Will you get it against the Tennessee Volunteers later on tonight? Now, we've been talking a lot about the 99 game this week. The Redemption movie came out on Hogs Plus. I know that's been a spirited conversation, whether it's Clint Sterner, the Anthony Lucas highlight tape, or the pregame video, I should say, that they put out. I had a good conversation with our buddy Robert Mann about that. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about what happened to the goalpost from 1999 that were laying on Dixon Street. We'll try and uncover that plot next on Arkansas Game Day.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Hey, Hawk fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet. No, Mom, he's referring to football season. Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes? Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white. We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner. Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Go Hogs!
Arkansas Game Day.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
If you are involved in a divorce or custody case, you want an attorney you can trust to guide you through the process. The attorneys at Hickey & Hole Law Partners have over 7 decades of combined experience. Hickey & Hole have seen and heard nearly every scenario you can imagine, ready to put that experience to work for you to get the best results. Visit kevinhickeylaw.com or give them a call today, 479-434-2414. Hickey & Hole Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Come celebrate autumn in the natural state with Crabtree RV Center in Alma. Crabtree RV Center is having their big fall sale October 10th through the 13th. There will be special pricing and door prizes along with our experienced, knowledgeable staff to help you pick the perfect RV for your family. Come see why we've been voted the best of the River Valley in Northwest Arkansas. So mark your calendars for October 10th through the 13th and don't miss out on the big fall sale. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. I want to talk about their pizza today. The Goob Special with extra pepperoni and rib rub on top. The Parm Special with double mushroom and jalapenos. Don't forget about the bacon cheeseburger and everyone's favorite, the old trash can. Swing on by Papa's Pub and Pizzeria at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith or give them a call at 479-783-9941. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
At AOG, our main goal is to deliver reliable energy to your home safely. And keeping our team members, customers, and community safe starts with awareness. Natural gas has a distinctive, strong odor, often compared to rotten eggs or sulfur. If you smell gas, leave your home immediately. Go to a safe location and call 911 in addition to AOG. Remember, if you smell gas, act fast and always call 811 before you dig. To learn more about natural gas safety, visit AOGC.com. AOG, energy for life.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They hand it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day, 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Taylor, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
All right, we're back here on Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and Sawyer's Sunrooms. As we're here with our buddy Robert. Man, Robert, we were talking before the show.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of videos, a lot of remember wins, nostalgia posts from 1999 with the goalpost down. I know you were there on the field. Then you were actually on the field because I heard there was 1 million people that were there that day.
No, I ran the retail operation for the athletic department back then.
Okay.
I ran the Hog Heaven store and had concessions, T-shirt stands all around the stadium.
Yeah.
So, no, I was literally on the field. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. I got a bear hug from Joe Ferguson, who was my childhood hero.
Okay.
And a high
Hold
five.
on. Let's go back to the studio. Guys, $5 if you can tell me when Joe Ferguson played quarterback for Arkansas. What years? Don't look it up. Don't cheat.
72
They will.
and 73.
Yeah, you Googled that, didn't you?
I really didn't.
All right, continue.
Was that
so
right?
I was a kid. Yeah, you're right.
I just guessed. I swear. You can ask Colton.
Honest to God, he just
71 probably.
I think it was 71, but he was around that ballpark.
Yeah, you're in the right ballpark. So my childhood hero was Joe Ferguson. So to get a bear hug from him at the end of that game was just
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, mine's Matt Jones, and I get to work with him, so that's pretty cool.
That's
too.
cool. So I got a high five from Houston as he ran off the field, and Sterner was blubbering like a little girl. I'm sorry, he was on his knees crying.
There was no one. I don't know if there's been any more weight put on an Arkansas athlete.
No, you're right.
Outside of Clint Stern, in the history of this program.
You are correct.
Based on what happened the previous year. I know Carson's gotten a lot of flack for what happened in 2018, but my gosh, Clint got abused by his own fan base
Yes, he
back
did.
in 1998.
Yes, he did. And I think he was dating one of the cheerleaders at the time. And at the end of the game, Clint was on his knees, literally on his knees, just like thanking God and crying.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she goes, "We got to get him off the field," because they were storming the field. And so I grabbed him by the shoulder pads and I said, "Clint, you got to get out of here, man. They're going to run you over." So he took off and ran to the locker room, and I think Bo interviewed him right after that.
Yeah.
And I turned around.
Bo Mattingly with hair, by the way.
Yeah, with
you
hair.
See that?
With hair. I don't think he was any taller, but he did have hair.
Nope, same. He might have been, honestly, he might be shorter.
He might have been shorter. But anyway, the goalpost, I turned around and the goalposts were coming down, and they were headed to Dixon Street, and it was one of the most awesome scenes I've ever seen in my life.
So hold up. You tried to buy you were telling me you tried to buy the goalpost
Yes.
with the place that you were working at.
So, again, I ran the Razorback shop in the Student Union and the Hog Heaven store in Bud Walton. And it was a lease operation back then. And I had permission from the athletic department to take the goalpost and put it up in the Razorback shop in the Student Union, the old Student Union. And the company that I worked for wouldn't let me do it because it was going to cost $1,000 to hang it from the roof in the Razorback shop. And I don't know what happened to it. I heard that it sold at auction because it was a state.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Katie Hill, who was the business manager, was going to let us have it in the bookstore and put it up in the Razorback shop. But I couldn't get the politics to work, so I don't know what happened to it.
It's funny how that goes. By the way, all right, so you've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off or a hog with your head cut off the last few minutes or so. I could barely move inside the store right now. There are tons of people. You guys are doing a in-store only, buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value half off. You've got the DMAC jerseys back there. Darren's in town this weekend. I saw Felix at Sam's
Darren's
Club.
in town?
I thought he was in town.
He needs to get his butt over here.
I thought he was.
We've got the Nike
I saw a
jerseys.
post
You are
that
correct. Number 5.
I did see Felix Jones at Sam's Club yesterday, and
Oh.
I thought there was a post that Darren was going to be here as well, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I hope he is.
So,
Well, anyway, yes, we do. We do the buy one, get one half off. So if you want a coach's polo and a jersey, now's the time to come and get it. We got a lot going on. We have a tent out here in the front of the store that's 75% off.
Yeah, he was here. He's at Bentonville yesterday.
Oh, cool.
At Sam Club.
So there's a tent sale going on out here, and I've got somebody manning it. We've got the Blue Spire people out here with their tailgate. This is crazy. A lot's going on today.
It is wild right now. So if you want to
a lot of orange.
Do you
too.
have any more parking? I know it's filling up. But
It's filling up. I don't know if we're going to have any. I mean, right now we're trying to keep this lot open for customers.
And stuff. Hey,
Yeah.
at least you're honest about that. At least you're honest. But we got a lot going on. Real quick, let's talk to Patrick. He's been patiently waiting in Rudy. Patrick, you got about a minute, man. What do you got for us here on Arkansas Game Day?
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. I have a couple of questions for you guys, then I'll let you guys go. How do you think the Arkansas defense is going to fare against the hard-nosing Tennessee offense? And we do need to get the crowd involved in this game and make sure us is super loud. Let them, and we need to quiet the Tennessee side. And what do you think Arkansas offense is going to do against the Tennessee's hard-nosing offense? And I'll hear your comment.
Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, I would say from an offensive standpoint, Arkansas just has to, we said it earlier, kind of get the run going and everything. If you do that, Talen's not going to feel like that it's all on him like it maybe was this past game. And defensively, you've just got to put Nico in some situations to stop the ground game where he beats you over the top a little bit.
Hey, if you look at what A&M's doing to Missouri today, A&M may be better than everybody thought they were. Look at how close we played them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm hoping for a close game tonight again. 6:44 the actual kickoff time. Thankfully, Chuck let us know that earlier this week. If you want to swing by and see us, take advantage of that sale, come by and see us at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Coming up, Director of Fort Smith Public Schools Athletics Director Michael Beaumont's going to join us. He coached with Houston Nutt. Houston was on the air this week. We'll talk about Coach Nutt next.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bushville. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bushville. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Light.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything. Service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials. Tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbor since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
You never know what you will walk up on or find over the hill at the Tackle Box. For almost 50 years, the Tackle Box has been your home for hunting and fishing supplies and some of the best outdoor stories. Whether guns, ammo, fishing supplies, or home decor, come back and see them again. They even buy your old fishing tackle or guns. The Tackle Box, your sports store for hunting, fishing, firearms, and more. 3010 Street, Fort Smith, 646-3193.
The adventure starts at the Tackle Box for sportsmen just like you.
Are you ready to work for one of the area's premier companies? If so, Forsgren wants to offer you a rewarding new career. Forsgren has been building the foundation of the River Valley for over 80 years. Forsgren is recruiting for experienced concrete finishers, equipment operators, truck drivers, and laborers. Forsgren is a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence. Join the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device, anywhere at GoForsgren.com. That's GoForsgren.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Have you been searching for a luxury dealership experience unlike any other? Come to Land Rover Little Rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, and discover why we're known as classy, top tier, easy, and honest. Whether you want to upgrade your ride to a new Range Rover Velar or you're in the market for a used vehicle of another make, you won't regret visiting our Little Rock, Arkansas Land Rover dealership for all your automotive needs. Can't make it in? Check us out online at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
It's Arkansas Game Day on ESPN Arkansas, brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Pressure, in trouble. Looking to run now. He's throwing downfield. Got a man complete at the 35. Tesla to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Visit their website at shoponrazorback.com with the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
I got that wood!
Sawyer's, been in business since 1990, locally owned and operated. This is Arkansas Game Day.
All right, we welcome you back in hour two, Arkansas Game Day. Another hour and a half for us before we hand the headsets over to our guys Phil Elson, Gino Bell, and Rick Schaefer for the Learfield pregame. You can call or text us like Patrick and Rudy just did at 877-377-6963. Really appreciate Robert, Elizabeth, and Matthew having us out here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, the presenting sponsor for Arkansas Game Day all season long. Buy one regular price clothing item, get one second or equal or lesser value, half off, including they've got Darren McFadden jerseys there, new Nike apparel and jerseys. This is an in-store promotion only, so you got to come by and see us. You can always visit their website, though, at shoponrazorback.com. And by our friend Buzz Sawyer at Sawyer's Sunrooms. For everything outside the house, sunrooms, patios covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Visit him online at Sawyers-sunroom.com. That's Sawyers-sunroom.com. He's still the voice of the Northside Grizzlies, isn't he Michael? As we welcome in our friend Michael Beaumont, Director of Athletics for Fort Smith Public Schools, both South Side, North Side, the whole kit and caboodle. You had a chance to catch up with Coach Nutt earlier this week, Michael, and I know he's geared up. He'd love to be here right now. He's got another obligation, but it's a big game we have ahead of us in Fayetteville, Arkansas this weekend.
You know, I talked to him earlier in the week, and he was excited for this type of environment. You know, Houston is one of those guys that no matter what the ranking of the team coming in, he found a way to get those kids ready, and it was just amazing. When in my tenure with him, you know, you have number one LSU that we take down. We were together at Ole Miss. We take number one Florida down. You know, in fact, Ty, it wasn't too many years ago. I think 2006. I was part of his staff here, and Tennessee came into Fayetteville. College Game Day was here that day, and there was a guy wearing number 5 that I think he threw for 3 and ran for 2. I mean, it just seems like that he's probably still running that day. I know Phil Fulmer does not like the number 5 at all.
He's all man. Yeah, let's go back to that day for a minute. Guys, you got the ball.
I love Arkansas. I love everything here. Give me that thing here. Yes, oh, wow. Inside to this thing. Inside to this thing.
That was a fun day here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It was a fun night in 2011. That was also a night game. Ron Franklin, I vividly remember, was on the call that night. And you mentioned it there. I mean, Darren had himself a good day, as did Felix. I mean, Arkansas really pounded him. Jamal Anderson had 2 or 3 sacks on Jonathan Crompton. They got after a backup quarterback early. and then ran the football. You're not playing a backup tonight. But that's one of the elements that has to happen is they got to make Nico uncomfortable, who, by the way, hasn't trailed all season.
I think that's one of the things that I know I heard you all talking earlier. I think a lot of people have alluded to that Tennessee has not been behind all year. And so I think if we jump out in front early, obviously need to run the football. I think that sets us up for success. And if we can get this ball game to the fourth quarter, you never know what's going to happen here, especially in Fayetteville with these fans. It's a different place here now.
And I want to go to I don't know if this is the Houston Nutt line, but Coach Nutt earlier this week, he was on Chuck and Bo's show, and he gave this line. It's like they don't know what they're – and I'm paraphrasing. Like they don't know what they're dealing with to a fighting band of Razorback. Let's go back to one of the excerpts from that conversation earlier this week and Coach Nutt.
There's such a fine line between winning and losing. Man, you're right there. You're just right there. You just got to get over that hump. And I know, you're coaching hard on that, and it's such a fine line. It can go either way. But I think the main thing is, hey, let's don't help the other team now. Hey, on offense, we know that we got an advantage because we know the snap count. Let's watch the ball on defense. Hey, that ball moves, we move, period. Let's don't help them, and you can't turn it over, and you just can't beat yourself.
I know that was a thing. So whether it was Coach Keith Burns, Reggie Herring, they had the towel and stuff. If you jumped on the snap and the ball didn't move, you were running bleachers.
There's
you were
no
running
question.
up and down.
I mean, that was how the intensity was. Can you imagine what life was like for those kids playing when you had Keith Burns or Reggie and Coach Nutt on the other side? I mean, it was a fun atmosphere. I learned so much from my time with them, but these fans are ready for something special to happen this season, and this could be it, Ty. This could be it right here.
Well, it could start right here again, 6:30 tonight. We'll have pregame coverage leading up all the way to the game as well. We also had plenty of high school football last night. I know there's a lot of high school kids in attendance this weekend. I saw Landon's little brother Lance is in town. He's at Pleasant Grove. He's a 5-star Texas commit right now. Kane Archer is in town. The setup now with being at night is not just Fort Smith, River Valley area kids, Michael, but kids across the state, of course, outside the state. They can make it to Exonday. They can make it to Fayetteville for a game like tonight.
And that opportunity for them to get on that sideline, our fans, to have that feeling of what it's like. The SEC is special anyway, and there's so many different venues of whether, if you're in Knoxville, you have Rocky Top, and if you're in Ole Miss, you have Hotty Toddy. But there is just something different about that hog call now. When you see those kids on the sideline and they're looking around and they can't believe the feeling in their chest when it's going woo pig suey. I mean, it's special now. It can turn a lot. Landon Jackson's brother, he better be ready now. I know he's a full Longhorn commit, but he's here all the time, and I would love to see him in red. Okay, the Archer boys at Greenwood, they're something special as well. But, there's some opportunities for some kids to make a difference here. If you want to find a place to play, I know that Coach Pittman, University of Arkansas, would love to have you here.
Yeah, and I wonder, as a guy that watches high school football here, not all across the state, because obviously North Side and South Side travel across the state, just the significance of high school football here on Friday nights.
Well, there's just I understand that Saturdays in the SEC and Saturdays in the South is something special, but Friday nights, I mean, there's just nothing like it. It's life for these kids, and it's something special that they'll look back for the rest of their lives. Ty, this. A lot of these kids won't play anymore after their senior year, and this is their time to learn so many lessons. And I'm not just talking about X's and O's. The game itself that they participate in teaches them so many things about what their future is going to be, and that's the job of our coaches and our teachers, and they do an outstanding job of trying to leave them something other than the fact of winning championships and trophies. To make a difference in somebody's life is what they're supposed to be here for.
All right, Michael, before we let you go, we appreciate you jumping on with us, and I know Robert appreciates you and Susan parking here as you do each and every home game.
Yes, sir.
What are we thinking about tonight? I can tell that there's a confidence emulating from you right now. This is a game, on paper, looks like Tennessee is the clear favorite. We've seen things in Fayetteville happen before. What's your feeling on tonight's matchup with the Vols?
Well, that ball's an odd-shaped ball now. You never know. In the words of Coach, you never know now. You better get ready because this thing can go either way. If this game can get to the fourth quarter and we are successful running the football and can get out front early, I like our chances tonight. Hey, we're at home, and it's the University of Arkansas. There's no place like it. Tennessee's not ready for this. They haven't been tested yet this year like they're going to be tested tonight. And I like our chances tonight. I think we win this one by 7. Get ready.
All right, I love it. Let's leave it there. Michael Beaumont, Director of Athletics for Fort Smith Public Schools. Michael, appreciate you stopping by, joining us, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we got a lot to discuss more on Arkansas Game Day. It's me, Colton Little, Christian Johnson. Caller text is 877-377-6963. It rolls on next.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Arkansas Game Day.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey and Hole Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey and Hole understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey and Hole Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make Awake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make Awake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make Awake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make Awake Bait and Tackle.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
The Wave Rural Connect Shoal Creek Zone is open. Fast fiber internet, TV, and home phone available. This covers Midway, New Blaine, Scranton, Delaware, and other areas. Even if this isn't your zone, check your address. We might be available for you. Get your whole home solution. Internet, TV, and phone from a local provider. Go to signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Hanging with Danny Cobb at American Welding Laboratories. Danny, tell us about the school.
Well, Tommy, we're going on 3 years in operation. We teach all aspects of welding, from stick welding all the way to combination pipe.
So how's the job market these days?
Job market's wide open, whether you want to stay local or hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
Award-winning barbecue is always at the Links at Chaffee Crossing. Whether it's ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, they can satisfy any appetite. Enjoy daily food and drink specials while you watch the games on one of several TVs. The Links at Chaffee Crossing is here and always ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The link's at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
Are you ready to work for one of the area's premier companies? If so, Forsgren wants to offer you a rewarding new career. Forsgren has been building the foundation of the River Valley for over 80 years. Forsgren is recruiting for experienced concrete finishers, equipment operators, truck drivers, and laborers. Forsgren is a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence. Join the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device, anywhere at goforsgren.com. That's goforsgren.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They handed it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Kalen, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
And we welcome you back live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback for Arkansas Game Day, also presented by our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms. Appreciate everything Buzz and his team do for us on Arkansas Game Day, as well as the Mans here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Going to hear from Coach Pittman a little bit more coming up, as well as Clay Henry. We'll talk about his column, too, that's currently up on hitthatline.com, brought to you by our friends at Greater Fort Smith Home Builders Association. Guys, we just had Blake and Harrison and his wife Laura come by, and Blake equated this game to Texas in 2021. You've got the stripe out. You've got a significant team in orange coming in. This Tennessee team's better than that Texas team. I got to be honest, I did not feel great about that game heading into it. Just full disclosure, I thought Arkansas was going to lose. They ended up getting it done. Do you guys see any similarities from that game 3 years ago to later on tonight being a night game? Colton, one more time, Chris, before you talk, give us that stat. SEC games at night.
28-9 since 2005. That's the past 20 seasons. So 28-9. 756.
That's kind of why
significant, Big C.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like their chances a little bit more tonight, because it is a night game. I think Arkansas, I think the fans kind of just they get more pumped up for it, and I think they're more rowdy for night games. And I know that that's not the end all be all. That's not the only thing that determines a win or loss, but I think it really does help that the players feed off that. And I didn't feel great about the Texas game, but I kind of feel similar to this game. I know Tennessee's 4-0 and they're ranked really high. That Texas team hadn't really done much at that point. And it kind of felt like Arkansas was out for blood, and you knew Arkansas would be ready for Texas to come in. And I think this game it's kind of the same way. Tennessee's got that aura about them. You know, when they're good. Yeah. When they're good, it's kind of like Texas. I mean, they're cocky. They're in your face. They're everywhere, and I think that's kind of the same feel. And I think I don't think that you're going to lose the game tonight because of the fans. Now, what I will say about that is the fans, the players need to give them something to get into the game about early, and the fans have got to keep that. They've got to keep that rowdiness going, because if Arkansas gets down a touchdown or even a couple touchdowns, that doesn't mean you need to be quiet the rest of the game until you get a reason to cheer. You need to give them that extra edge to make a big play.
I thought Michael Beaumont brought up something interesting in our last segment. By the way, he confirmed Darren McFadden is in town this weekend, so you got the two dynamic duo, Felix Jones and Darren, in town this weekend, both trying to sell some Razorback nuggets, apparently.
Get him a jersey.
When you look at who Arkansas's played versus who Tennessee has played, Texas A&M showing you a little something today against Missouri. Is that game final, by the way, fellas? I've not looked.
It was darn near close to being final. It was 41 to
17 seconds. Yeah, it's 41
seconds.
Yeah.
So it's done.
They're trying to get a late touchdown.
I think like NC State, I mean, if you want to, Tennessee blew them out earlier this season. Oklahoma doesn't have an offense. You could make a serious case that this is the best offense that they faced tonight in the Arkansas Razorbacks. And the the critical point you made, Christian, is give the crowd a chance to get into it early. That happened in the Texas game with Arkansas kind of getting off to that early start, particularly in the first half. But let's assume the worst. If it does go wrong, here's what Pittman said about if Tennessee gets off to a fast start.
If they get going on you now, they're hard to stop. They're hard to stop because they go so fast, and then, your corrections can't sub, so your corrections are made on the sidelines, So obviously they were well to start like that. They're well prepared on both sides of the ball. We have to match that to have success on Saturday, which we plan on having.
I think if you start like you did against Texas A&M at Donald W. Reynolds, I think the crowd will go nuts. I just think if you throw a long pass like that, that was at AT&T Stadium, and the crowd was loud then, but it'll be even louder if they're able to do that tonight.
Yes. Again, our number, if you want to call or text us, do so at 877-377-6963. It's Arkansas Game Day, presented by our friends at the Stadium Shop on Razorback and by Sawyer's Sunroom. So in accordance to kind of what you're saying, Big C, with Arkansas getting going, I wonder for Taylon Green, like you think about his teammates, he's new. I say new kid on the block. He's been around here for, again, the offseason, and he started 5 games. I would just hope they would try and rally around him this week, because there is a lead. He is the confidant of the team. He's the leadership. We like the leader. We know that. We saw that kind of emotional scene with him and Joshua Braun, I should say, after the game. I just hope that he is confident heading into this game tonight, because Arkansas has to have that in order for them to be able to compete against the Vols.
Yeah, no doubt. Confidence is key, and I think, I think with Taylon, his confidence kind of grows as the game goes, and that may be the case for most quarterbacks, but you can't let a bad play get in your head or a sack. I know he's kind of aware of the rush, maybe a little too soon, and I don't really know how you fix that. As far as I know, you can like design plays to kind of get the ball out quick, but there's going to be plays where he's going to have to stand in there and make throws. He's going to have to he's going to have to roll out and make throws, and I think he's more than capable of doing it. There's that play against Texas A&M. He navigated that rush great and made a long throw on the money, and he's capable of doing it. You just don't want to see the guy on the ground all game, because eventually that's going to wear on him.
Yes, it will get to it. I think we saw the toll a little bit this past game, and you're hoping that he's able to stay upright against their game. A really good Tennessee defense when you look at the amount of guys they'll rotate. Clay will give us a little bit of a better in-depth perspective coming up momentarily as he joins us here on Arkansas Game Day. Appreciate him joining us each and every week. It's a treat to not only get him on all 4 local shows now, but also even on his Saturdays. It takes some time for that. And I mean, Pittman kind of said it, like, is it even fair when Taylon's getting pressured as much as he was to make the right decision all the time?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not fair to ask him to be perfect, but I think so. And he's working at it. I think he'll get a lot better with it. There's a lot out there on his plate, but I think if you ask him the same question, he'd say yes. So he's certainly working at it. Bobby's working with him on it. I'm not really concerned about him getting better at it. I think he'll get better at it and have a good week.
So if you're Bobby Petrino and you've got a quarterback that we know is not confident by his own head coach, you don't have a great amount of tight end usage based on Pushka being – it sounded like doubtful, questionable, and it's a couple guys are questionable with Washington and Has. You get DeBinion back, but you lose Hill. Mm-hmm. What do you do tonight if you're Coach Petrino? I'm not asking you to necessarily pull out your football caps here, but I'm just thinking about like what is going through his head. What has been going through his head this week to get his guy in some situation that can find offense success? We've talked about running the football plenty of times, but I wonder what new wrinkles we might see from Bobby Petrino tonight at 6:30, and hopefully there'll be some stuff that surprises Tennessee a little bit.
A cornered rat is a dangerous animal, and when you lose a bunch of your weapons, there's a bunch of uncertainty around you that sometimes people flourish in that situation, and Bobby Petrino is kind of that way. He's probably going to get deep in his bag tonight, Ty, and find some things that are creative, and in order to do that, you've got to establish confidence in Talon early. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, getting the screen game involved, getting him some quick opportunities to, get going a little bit, and also some design quarterback runs as well that he's able to, make the correct read on. It's something that he kind of maybe miffed a couple of times last week against A&M that he needs to clean up, but get his juices flowing that way too, because he tends to throw a little bit better after he's taken a couple hits, and that he's a gamer in that way. And you really want Talon to come out here and have a 500-yard passing game, but that's just not what he is shown us capability of doing so far. So what he has to do is go out there, and every opportunity that he gets, he has to take the fullest advantage of. Matt Jones talked about it several times this week on halftime while I was sitting in here, listening to him and Phil and Christian, the same thing. He had said countless times where, if your first option is open, you have to take that. And right now, Talon has to have the confidence to do that. And I know Sam also knows that, in order for him to have that confidence, those 5 guys up front, they have to be better in pass blocking situations than they were last week. And it's asking a lot of them because these past 2 defensive lines are 2 of the best in all of college football. But at the same time, your quarterback can be one of the most dynamic playmakers in all of college football, and he's shown that. So you have to be able to give him that opportunity. And for Bobby, he has to be able to exploit what Tennessee is doing well. So, Christian, you mentioned it this morning, and Herbie talked about it on game day. Tennessee, they're so aggressive. They have lots of those rushers coming up, and, he talked about gap lane integrity. Ty, I'm not going to put any football hats on. I don't know too much, but, Herbie said it. When someone's running at you, if you're fast enough to run right past them, you can do that, and that's kind of what Talon has made his mark doing, but you can't make your money doing that consistently. Talon was able to do that a few times against A&M, but as the game went on, they're just as deep as anybody, and they rotated guys in. Pittman mentioned it today. 9 or 10 guys on the defensive line, they'll send in a new guy to chase Talon with fresh legs every time. So you have to be able to take your shots as you get them, take advantage of what the defense does with their over pursuit and their aggression, and then, like Coach Nutt said, can't give the ball to the other team, baby.
Yeah, and to touch on what you said, Colton, the only way for a quarterback to get confidence is to go out there and perform. And the confidence will grow. And I think this is kind of where it falls on Petrino a little bit. At least on those first couple drives, draw up the best possible plays for Talon. We've got guys open. But the thing with Talon, and when they're open, even if it's not his go-to guy, you've got to throw it to him. And, as you're completing passes, the confidence will grow. And something that Matt Jones said even, go to your first read if it's open. Don't try to go for the big play. Don't try to get a chunk play to Armstrong. If you've got yardage, you're going to have to take it. And your confidence will grow within that system.
And when Matt Jones speaks, we listen because he knew a little thing or two about playing the quarterback position. All right, we're going to take a break. We also listen to our friend Clay Henry, who joins us when we return. It's Arkansas Game Day live for the next hour or so here on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house. The Henry family laid the foundation for sports media in this state, and that foundation still stands strong to this day. The Greater Fort Smith Association of Home Builders knows a thing or two about a good foundation, and they're proud to sponsor Clay Henry's latest column. Be sure to check out the Parade of Homes happening on October 4th through the 6th and 11th through the 13th from noon to 5 daily. Don't miss Clay's columns every week, only on hitthatline.com.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
You never know what you will walk up on or find over the hill at the Tackle Box. For almost 50 years, the Tackle Box has been your home for hunting and fishing supplies and some of the best outdoor stories. Whether guns, ammo, fishing supplies, or home decor, come back and see them again. They even buy your old fishing tackle or guns. The Tackle Box, your sports store for hunting, fishing, firearms, and more. 3010 Street, Fort Smith, 646-3193.
The adventure starts at the Tackle Box for sportsmen just like you.
Presented by Sharp Equipment. Check out the new Whacker Newson ST45 at Sharp Equipment. It's bigger, bolder, and is ideal for lifting and loading. The vertical path lift arm allows for easy load placement in demanding applications where reach and height is a requirement. For compact, heavy equipment with a great deal of power, visit them and check out the new Whacker Newson lineup at Sharp Equipment, 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or call them at 479-242-1406.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother Equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
Missing or broken teeth? Sharp Smiles wants you to start chewing again with dental implants. Scared of the dentist? Sharp Smiles will help you overcome your fear. Big dental problems? Sharp Smiles Modern Dentistry and Implants is your answer to your dental needs and services, where your smile is top priority. Get the smile you have always wanted from the friendly faces at Sharp Smiles. 2600 Market Trace, Suite B, off Jenny Lind across from Harps. For more information, visit the website at sharpsmilesdds.com or call 648-9988.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. I want to talk about their pizza today. The Goob Special with extra pepperoni and rib rub on top. The Parm Special with double mushroom and jalapenos. Don't forget about the bacon cheeseburger and everyone's favorite, the old trash can. Swing on by Papa's Pub and Pizzeria at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith, or give them a call at 479-783-9941. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Have you been searching for a luxury dealership experience unlike any other? Come to Land Rover Little Rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, and discover why we're known as classy, top-tier, easy, and honest. Whether you want to upgrade your ride to a new Range Rover Velar, or you're in the market for a used vehicle of another make, you won't regret visiting our Little Rock, Arkansas Land Rover dealership for all your automotive needs. Can't make it in? Check us out online at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They handed it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Taylor, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
All right, we welcome you back into Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Now, there was a game at night not too long ago where Arkansas...
Line drive punt taken at the 40. That's Adams. Reverse this field. But everybody's staying home. Now he does a tightrope act. Boy, Houdini's in the house. Wearing number 3. And nobody's home to watch that house. Touchdown, Hogs! Holy Hog!
I don't know how many times, guys, I have watched that highlight over the years. That was one of the more spectacular, as you heard Mark Jones say, Houdini type of plays that I have ever seen, where Joe, I think, escaped like 10 tackles during that one punt return and took it back to the house. Much lesser Tennessee team, but some explosive plays for Arkansas back then. What a game that was, and hopefully we'll have something similar later on tonight. All right, we'll go to the phone lines, and we'll talk with our buddy Clay Henry here. Clay, how'd golf go, man? How'd you hit him?
Well, I didn't hit any. I just watched Sarah. So I was just
I think he might.
I was just Coach Dad.
Okay.
Are you there?
Okay. Just being a good dad for the day.
Yep. It was a lesson.
Let's see. Turn myself up a little bit. Clay, it was a lesson. How's her game looking, Clay?
She's learning. She's doing good. She's probably already past you. Sorry.
I was waiting. I set you up for that. I was waiting on it. Clay, one of the things I didn't necessarily get a chance to ask you about yesterday, and I'm noticing we had a chance to catch up with Richard earlier this week. You've got some marquee guys coming in here recruiting wise. Kane Archer's in the house. Landon's little brother Lance, who's a Texas commit, he's a 5-star defensive end like his brother at Pleasant Grove. They've got 5-star Malik Thomas, basketball player, coming in. It's a big night for recruiting too. We could talk about a lot of things, but for some of these kids, this is their first time in Razorback Stadium later on tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a weekend for almost all the sports. I think Dave Van Horn and Nate Thompson and Matt Hobbs have got some. I went to the scrimmage last night, and there were recruits there that's part of why they did a Friday night scrimmage under the lights, because they've got recruits that flew in for official visits. And this is a big baseball recruiting weekend, big basketball, and of course, they've got a few football players. And sometimes the way they do it in football, they only invite just a handful so they can really attend to those players and really make them roll it out for those high end guys. So yeah, there's a big part of that, and I think for other sports, you could probably ask some of the other teams on campus. They've got guys in. You can go all the way down, tennis, everybody. It's like this is what it's all about. This is a Saturday night in the SEC to showcase what your university is all about. And so there's a little pressure on the football team in that respect. You want to play well and make it a good experience for all of those guys. Front and center, you just want to win the game. But I've always heard back in the day, you wanted the basketball team to really play well when they've got all the football guys in February for those those marquee visits. So yeah, that's part of what it's about. But you can just say for the whole university, it's a recruiting weekend. Football, when football's going good, more people come to campus. More grandpas talk to their grandkids about being Razorbacks and going to the University of Arkansas. It's really interesting. You go back 25 years, the night the goalpost went down to Dixon Street. My family, we were sitting at the Hofbrau, after I got through working, and Becca, who was a high school senior, says, "I commit." I said, "You commit to what?" She said, "I'm going to go to the University of Arkansas." And she had a lot of schools that she was considering, a lot of scholarship offers, and she wanted to, go to the, Fulbright College and major in psychology. So this is what what college is all about. The football team recruits to all those kids from Texas that are coming to school at Arkansas. They love this atmosphere of what we're going to have tonight. And I know that there's been frustration through the years that we haven't got Saturday night games in October. We've got it. This is a big night for the University of Arkansas.
Christian, you can add. It sounded like you were about to add something.
Yeah, I mean, Clay's right about the Saturday night in October. It doesn't seem like we've had one of these games. The only game I can think of is Texas, and I think that was in November.
That was September.
That was September.
That was September.
Yeah, that was in September. And to touch on that, I mean, it's a big opportunity, like you said, for the new recruits, a big-time win. You can get heading into a bye week, get a little rested up. In this back half of the schedule, although it is tough, if you're able to get a win over a team like Tennessee, then everything is still on the table. I mean, you can pretty much beat anybody. Probably won't, but you've got the confidence you need to win every game on the rest on your schedule.
Yeah, it's a big night for Sam Pittman too, for his career. Mm-hmm. And it's the things just change. You win this game, and if you don't, you got there's not any easy games going forward. Maybe you can say Louisiana Tech, but I'm talking about SEC games. But this is number 4 in the house. The chance to really put some money in the bank, for these coaches, and not just the head coach. All these guys, it's something that they put on their resume that they were a part of this, and it helps them when they apply for jobs. I mean, when somebody starts looking for coaches, Travis Williams, they have a big night and they shut down this Tennessee offense. Who knows? He might be a head coach sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and even if you lose this game and you're 3-3, you're going into a bye week. You're not feeling great, but you still got that back half of the schedule, and you want to compete, and that's what they've done in every game this year. They've had a chance to win all of their games. I really don't expect anything different tonight. I think there's going to be chances there for them, and they've got to take advantage, and then get to that second half of the schedule and see what happens, because there's a lot of teams on that schedule, and there's big games still left on that schedule. The Texas game, I know, is one that's still circled. I'd like to see how this game shakes out, and that would really go a long way.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to play for tonight. Let's just break it down to what the process is. First things first. They need to get ahead of Tennessee. Tennessee has not been behind in a game this year. They're one of a handful of teams that have not trailed. I did some radio this week with a Knoxville station. I brought that up, and the guys they just kind of taken that for granted. They didn't realize it. But when you haven't trailed, you haven't tasted your own blood, you haven't been hit in the face, that they could put some doubt in Tennessee's mind. I say if you win the toss, you take the kickoff, even though Tennessee's got a great defense. Go try to score on those guys and get a lead and put some doubt in their head and let them know that they might be 2 touchdowns favored, but it's going to be an all-night game.
Clay, you spoke about it being a big game for Pittman. And the players need to have the right mindset, I think, going into this game. It's almost like a free shot. You're kind of playing with house money. Go out there and play free, play your game. Don't be tight. Just see what happens. Let the crowd get into it. Feed off the crowd. Let Tennessee have to make the tough plays and let them feel that pressure a little bit. And you might have a chance late in the game to win this. And I think, if I'm the coaches, I'm kind of stressing more about the mindset going into the game than anything else.
Yeah, it's about the little things, and Arkansas has lost because they made more mistakes. They haven't lost the 2 games, to Texas A&M and Oklahoma State because those teams were more talented. You can argue that they were talented opponents, but Arkansas lost because they made more mistakes. They beat themselves. Make Tennessee earn it. Don't give them anything. Make it be hard for Tennessee. Be good in the kicking games. Cover teams. Ability to score in the field goal, extra point game. Do those little things right. Don't handle punts. Don't put it on the ground. They have not been perfect this year. They're due for a game where they take care of the little things and make it hard on the opponent, and that's how you score an upset.
Clay, let's get you out of here with this, man. I don't know. Did you see any Vols at the driving range with Sarah today? There are a ton of Tennessee fans here. I'm surprised. Have you noticed a good chunk of them yet in Northwest Arkansas as you've been driving around?
Yeah, I haven't really been out today. We came over to the first tee in Lowell, and I'm not sure the Tennessee people even know where Lowell is. We didn't see any Blaze Orange over here, Hunter's Orange. But I'm sure they've got 7,500 seats. They're rolling right now. I mean, if you're west of the Mississippi, this is a big game for them. It's a chance for Tennessee fans. I've got friends that are Tennessee, and they were looking for tickets the last 3 weeks. It's it's funny how things flip when your team is rolling. People come out of the woodwork, and they have for this game, and there'll be orange kind of scattered through this stadium, not just in the Tennessee section.
Yeah, I'm sitting with some Tennessee friends of mine tonight, so I understand that feeling. Well, Clay, we'll leave it there, man.
Tell them they're going to go down tonight. You tell them all that. Tell them I told them.
I'll let them know,
okay?
Clay Henry.
Okay.
I'll relay the message from Clay. Clay,
Okay.
appreciate it, man. I'll see you
You're
in about
welcome.
3 hours.
Thanks, Colton. Thanks, Ty.
All right, good stuff. Clay Henry here on Arkansas Game Day with me, Big C, and Colt 45. All right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to push Rob Bragg. We're going to have him on at 3 o'clock. More of your thoughts and texts coming up, 877-377-6963 as we continue on here. Arkansas Game Day live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback and presented by Sawyer's Sunrooms.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. And you've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly, 21 plus, copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Arkansas Game Day.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Looking to boost your health and feel your best? Elite Wellness and Aesthetics in Fort Smith is here to help. Starting at only $200 a month, semaglutide and tirzepatide are weight loss shots that can kickstart your journey to a healthier, more confident you. And with Elite's hormone therapy treatments, you can restore balance, energy, and vitality. Take control of your health today with Elite Wellness and Aesthetics. 479-242-9355 to schedule your appointment or visit FortSmithElite.com. Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, getting to know you inside and out.
It's that time of year again. The Greater Fort Smith Association of Home Builders Parade of Homes is right around the corner. For 2 weekends, October 4th through the 6th and October 11th through the 13th, you can tour stunning homes featuring innovative designs and cutting-edge craftsmanship from noon to 5. And don't miss this year's Showcase Home, open every day from noon to 5 for the whole parade. For the Parade of Homes map, a list of sponsors, and this year's online digital magazine with the details for each home, go to FortSmithHomebuilders.com.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
When I need a place to stay in Northwest Arkansas, I always choose the Inn at the Mill. It's centrally located in the heart of NWA at the Johnson exit off I-49 and is the most unique choice of hotels in the region. Whether you're in town for the game, a concert at the Amp, business travel, or just a weekend away, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious, clean room ready for you. Reserve your stay at the Inn at the Mill, 479-443-1800, or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Hey, this is Ty Richardson for Jake Neal and his team at Jerry Neal's Barbecue. Jake's dad, Jerry, started cooking barbecue at Jerry Neal's in 1977, and Jake took over and has been doing the same thing ever since. I got ribs the last time I was there. Woo! Man, they were good. Don't forget about the catfish either. It's cooked to order, so it's hot and fresh every single time. The best catfish in the River Valley. Jerry Neal's Barbecue, Catfish, and Catering, 1823 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They hand it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Taylor, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
You're going to have me saying go Vols. Can't
No.
do it. All right, we're back here on Arkansas Game Day. A Tennessee fan just came over and brought some ribs to me. There's jalapeno poppers. Robert's got this group from Tennessee. I don't know if they're based out of Knoxville. They apparently make their own dry rubs, jalapeno poppers, and other stuff. Guys, have we consumed anything yet? The show started at 1.
No.
You guys got there a little before. Have y'all eaten anything?
No,
yet today?
but I'm
Any
watching the
game day
game. I'm watching the game tonight with a bunch of Razorback fans, and
As you should.
hopefully that's some good juju. And I know there's going to be food there, so I don't know what we're having, but I know there's going to be good food.
Okay. What are you contributing? Because don't
Well,
show up empty-handed.
I just now it came to my mind. I should probably bring something. I don't know, man.
Paper plates and
Paper
utensils.
plate,
Show up with
yeah.
That's the smartest
Chips.
thing to do. You never know if
Food
you have
items
too much
get-
or not enough.
Colton, what should I cook, man? I don't think I'm a great cook.
So if you want something quick and easy, you can always go with nobody hates pizza rolls, but you can kind of judge them up a little bit. You know, Ty, you love this. Throw them in the air fryer, get a little Parmesan, spread it on there,
Yes.
sprinkle some cheese. Yeah, do it like that. Make them kind of gourmet if you want. Look, I'm going to my parents' house and they're cooking, so I don't have to bring anything. I'm
Right,
stoked.
that's a little different. Parents don't expect their kids, or they might expect it, but
No,
they-
not anymore.
They don't.
Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
Well, make sure, again, contribute something today, Christian. I don't care
what if
it
I brought
is.
beer? Would that be?
Yeah, that's acceptable.
I'm
That's
kind
acceptable.
I'm kind of thinking like I don't need to be, hammered because I got to drive home. So
No, yeah.
Absolutely not.
I mean, Yalen can drive. It really comes down to it. But make sure to, again, contribute something later on today. We brought, like, for example, I brought a bunch of Michelob Ultras for our Airbnb yesterday and for the tailgate. Later on the tailgate, it's like, how people – here's the thing about – and it's not just Razorback fans but other tailgaters. They say, oh, you don't have to bring anything. And they're just being nice, respectable, or whatever. But I always try, and I try – and I have – and I'm not going to sit here and tell you I haven't come empty-handed to places, but I just feel like a tool if I show up to somebody's tailgate that in some cases spent thousands of dollars on food, the spot, and whatever else, and contributed. So I'm going to make sure to do that later on today. I will say, guys, it is pretty packed. I was talking to Robert and Elizabeth earlier here at the Stadium Shop. This is one of the craziest they've been in terms of just people in the store. Parking's filling up here. But if you need something, they've got a bunch of new apparel. There's these new hog sweatshirts that I'm just seeing now for the first time. Don't necessarily need them today, but definitely as it gets colder here in the natural state and Of course, at wintertime, definitely can take advantage of that. But while there are a lot of Tennessee fans there, I'll give them credit for traveling well. There are a good chunk of Arkansas fans that will make their way into Razorback Stadium tonight, guys.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? They're just getting warmed up. Once that sun starts to go down, those freaks in Fayetteville are going to come out, man, and they're going to get that hog call going, dude. And I think that this environment tonight is going to play a big factor in the game. And you want us to come out fast so we can get the fans to stay engaged in the game. This team, over the past couple of years, has had issues with their home games and big home games, being able to keep the fans engaged. You want them to come in ready to go, excited, and then, be on their seat the entirety of the game. Y'all were talking about big games in which, we kind of liken this to, and you mentioned Texas. I'm thinking about some of those games back in 2014 and 2015, I think, with Ole Miss and LSU,
yes.
where our
LSU,
defense was
Ole Miss,
back-to-back
yeah. Y'all remember that?
pitched, man.
Yeah.
That is the kind of atmosphere that I'm thinking about. And those were a little bit later on in the season, if I'm not mistaken, but that type of atmosphere is what I'm looking for tonight, man. That's what I want to see.
And that goes back to your stat that you referenced earlier.
Yeah, baby, those night games.
2006 SEC at night. Now, this would help out a lot. Here's Coach this week.
Really good football team.
Hold on one more time.
We'll just hold on to football.
Yeah.
We'd be a really good football team.
Hold on to the football, guys.
Right.
Please, for my sanity later on tonight.
Hold on to the
6:30, 6:45 or official. Just hold on to the football. Tennessee has a really good defense. Don't give them extra advantages. All right, when we return, Robert Mann joins us live from the Stadium Shop. We got another 30 minutes of Arkansas Game Day.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at Sawyers-sunrooms.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Arkansas Game Day.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
It's that time of year again. The Greater Fort Smith Association of Home Builders Parade of Homes is right around the corner. For 2 weekends, October 4th through the 6th and October 11th through the 13th, you can tour stunning homes featuring innovative designs and cutting-edge craftsmanship from noon to 5. And don't miss this year's Showcase Home, open every day from noon to 5 for the whole parade. For the Parade of Homes map, a list of sponsors, and this year's online digital magazine with the details for each home, go to FortSmithHomebuilders.com.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. Here at ESPN Arkansas, we rely on Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on the radio station when we're not here. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your stuff. Guardtronic, license E50.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Hey, this is Ty Richardson for Jake Neal and his team at Jerry Neal's Barbecue. Jake's dad, Jerry, started cooking barbecue at Jerry Neal's in 1977, and Jake took over and has been doing the same thing ever since. I got ribs the last time I was there. Woo! Man, they were good. Don't forget about the catfish either. It's cooked to order, so it's hot and fresh every single time. The best catfish in the River Valley. Jerry Neal's Barbecue, Catfish, and Catering, 1823 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith.
It's Arkansas Game Day on ESPN Arkansas, brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Pressure, in trouble, looking to run, now he's throwing downfield, got a man completed the 35, touchdown, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Arkansas!
Visit their website at shoponrazorback.com with the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
I got that wood!
Sawyer's, been in business since 1990, locally owned and operated. This is Arkansas Game Day.
All right, back here on Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also presented by Sawyer's Sunrooms. Telling you about the Stadium Shop right now. Robert, you guys are doing buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value half off right now. You got Nike apparel, jerseys, polos, sweatshirts, whole kit and caboodle right here
Yeah,
at
we bet
989
you.
South Razorback.
So if you're on your way up here, stop by. We got you covered. We'll make sure that you can get in here, even though the sign may say lot full. We will make sure you get in here.
And get anything you need. And by our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms, everything Buzz can do for you outside the house. Sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including the decorative concrete. Visit them online at Sawyers-sunrooms.com. That's Sawyers-sunrooms.com. So you heard the open there. Colton, by the way, these are getting better each and every week. Great job on that.
Thank you.
I got that wood. You said you had a story. Darren is in town this weekend along with Felix. They're promoting the Razorback Nuggets.
So that game, I'm sitting at home watching that game, and I ran the athletic department website, and Arkansas wins that game, and I did not have a score shirt planned, and I had no idea what to do. So when D-Mac came on and he said, I got that wood, I was like, I know what my shirt's going to be now. Yeah. And it was – we brought the wood, and that was our shirt. And I called my I think we were Adidas at the time. I don't think we were Nike just yet. And he's like, I'm sitting at a bar watching TV. I'm like, I don't care. I need this shirt made. And that was our T-shirt with a score on it. I got that wood.
That is awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of Arkansas fans, I remember my brother, that was his favorite shirt growing up. I think it was 50-48,
yeah.
The triple overtime game. #1 on it. And
We
it
brought the wood.
Yeah, it was something like that. That was one of his favorite shirts growing up.
My Nike rep was not happy, but oh well.
Ah.
Or whoever the rep was.
Whoever it was at the time. You've kind of, not only you hosting us here at ESPN Arkansas, and we appreciate it as always. You're hosting another couple groups out here from volunteer country, I guess.
They're doing a TV show from Tennessee, and it may be on the Food Network. We don't know. There's a camera guy walking by right now, and they're talking. They're filming some kind of a show that's going to air somewhere, and man, they got good food. You had some of it.
Yeah. I had some jalapeno poppers. I had some Arkansas and Tennessee fans that were kind enough to give me some ribs. I feel okay. So I always accept it graciously, but I don't want to be a mooch, you know.
Yeah,
I was telling me and Big C, Big C, and we were talking earlier. He's going to tailgate. Big C, what are you not going to do later on? You're not going to show up empty-handed,
No,
right?
it could be beer, it could be food. You never know, but it'll come with something.
We were working it out during the break what he was going to bring.
Okay.
Yeah, so just so you know, they are Tennessee people. But I had a conversation with them, and I told them about the other team that uses a different color orange.
Oh, yeah.
And they were tickled that they get to be the UT, and Texas is TEX, and Texas is not UT.
They hate that.
Oh, they love these people love it, though. So we got that in common.
By the way, Chicago will munching down the ribs. Thumbs up on the ribs. They're good.
Yeah, he was at that game where Zach's team lost to Northern Illinois.
Yeah,
he was there. He was
wore
actually
the
at
Northern
the game.
Illinois shirt. We made sure to. I sent Zach a picture of him sporting that the other day. I'm going to South Bend.
Well, he had the quote of the week. He said, "Y'all had touchdown Jesus. What you needed was field goal Jesus."
Yeah, they came up short in that one, which is great. All right, Robert. So we've talked about some nostalgia stuff. Darren's in town. Felix is in town. Anthony Lucas was on the hype video leading up to it.
We got a lot of baseball prospects in. I was just talking to one of the assistant coaches.
Clay Goodwin's here.
Yep.
There are, and that's one of the things I was talking with Clay about. You've got baseball kids in town.
Yep.
5-star Malik Thomas, Arkansas's own Kane Archer, Landon's little brother Lance, who's currently a 5-star commit to Texas.
Yep.
And this is a big weekend recruiting-wise, not just for the football team.
Well, anytime you get, ABC, which is a major network, whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah.
People still watch TV, even though the streaming's out there. Anytime you get in prime time, I mean, come on, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and take advantage. Colton, I've asked you to do this 3 or 4 times. Let Robert know what that stat is again on Arkansas at night games since 06.
This is an older stat, so I'm trying to make sure that I get this refreshed before I say it again. But as of, I think it was 4 years ago, so I'm trying to get a new one here that's updated. They were 28-9 in SEC home games at night.
So here's my theory on that, and you tell me if I'm doing I'm making this up as I go along. A&M and Arkansas played last week, and we almost, or whatever that shirt said.
We almost always win.
Almost always. And we played A&M.
Where are those at? Why aren't those in the stadium?
Yeah, I'm not doing that one. So we played A&M to the end, and then you look at what they just did to Missouri. You got to wonder if Arkansas is really better than everybody thinks they are.
That's what Saban said today. Did you watch Gameday?
No, I didn't.
Saban said, he goes, this is a better team than people think. Listen, I love Nick Saban. I hated him in Tuscaloosa. I love listening to him on College Gameday. He likes Taylor Green a lot. He said that multiple times about Arkansas this year. He said the exact same thing you just did.
You got to wonder if they're better than everybody thinks they are. It's just we need to stop the turnovers. Let's just face facts. That's our Achilles heel. You stop the freaking turnovers, and we win these games.
Yeah, Coach, what was that
If we
again?
just hold on to football, we'd be a really good football team.
Maybe I should take that job. Maybe I should be the head coach because I figured that out.
Golly, he was asked about that, and he's right. I forget if that was after the Texas A&M game or if that was another game.
That's true.
But look at the turnovers in Stillwater. Look at the turnovers in A&M. The 2 in Auburn didn't cost you because you forced 5 or 6.
Yeah, well, they had more than we did.
Yeah, so it didn't matter at the end. Arkansas right now, I want to say they're 110 in turnover margins, which is hold on. I think it's 90-something in turnover margins. They're 110 in turnovers lost.
Well, we can fix that. I mean, we can. That's something that can be fixed. Razorback fans, do not give up. That can be fixed. We're okay.
Baby. Rally the troops, baby. Rally the troops.
Well, we got to do something
here on Arkansas Game Day. And
put some tape.
You think about this. What'd you say, Big C?
I said I'm just playing. You said you can put some tape on their hands and
put some stick 'em.
Yeah.
Stick 'em like they did.
There's a movie quote that I'm not going to go to right now, but yeah.
By the way, a couple SEC updates. I heard Big C and Cole talk about this during the break. Guys, I guess Mississippi Ole Miss is jumping on South Carolina.
14-0. Yeah,
early.
14-0, really early.
That's all right, but last week I thought the Alabama game was over, so I turned it off at 21-0. Boy, was I wrong.
Well, the Georgia Bulldogs are now up on Auburn 7-0 as well. That's early on in the first quarter.
That's Auburn. So what do you?
Yeah. What do you think about Freeze there?
I think he's
he
going to be fired. No, I think there's going to be several coaching positions open at the end of the season. Florida, Mississippi State, and maybe Hugh Freeze. I think he may be gone.
That's pretty wild, isn't it?
He belongs at Florida. Those scaly gators.
We hope they don't come here and get somebody, if you know what I'm talking about.
I think that Florida is going to throw the house at Lane Kiffin.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah. And I think Lane
You don't
Kiffin,
think they'll come after
Lane
Petrino?
Kiffin would leave.
You don't
Florida?
think they'll come after Petrino?
No. Florida, he's done coaching SEC football as head coach. That ship sailed. And
Just saying.
And here in Fayetteville, too.
I hope you're right.
I know there was a lot of people that thought, and I thought there might be if things just went down the toilet, and we're kind of getting off hand, but I don't think there's been anything in these 5 games that we should give, and this is any athletic director, we should give Bobby Petrino the keys to the entire football program.
There's been worse done in the past. Let's just leave it at that. I'm just gonna pass by that.
I think so. Kiffin is interesting.
They probably Florida has the money to go get him.
Yeah, I think so. You've been down there. You used to live down there.
I lived there for 3 years. I ran the University of Florida's retail operation for 3 years.
They've only had 2 really good coaches.
Yep,
both Hall of Famers.
Well, they're still trying to replace Spurrier.
But that's people just think that Florida's been this dynasty for years.
Oh, they were nothing before Steve Spurrier.
You think they're Muschamp. There's McElwain. There's Napier. I mean, they've had a lot of duds.
Yeah, they have
over the course of the year. And really, I mean, if you want to get down to it, Alabama's had Saban and Bryant had 1 year of Stallings.
Well, we owned them in the 90s.
Yeah,
just remember that.
That's just to go, but to jump back into the conversation. I wonder what Ole Miss. Kiffin was on Lindy's college football show earlier this week. I guess it was a media session he had. And the concentration, of the playoff. I think, here's my thought on this. Because you have the ability now to lose maybe 2 games and still go to the playoff, I think you're going to see some less focused football teams. Because in the back of their mind, they're thinking, hey, we can still lose 2 games and make the college football playoff.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right. They can probably afford to lose 2. But you know what? As long as we beat them, I don't care.
Later on, that'd be nice. Tennessee, 6:44 kickoff right here in Razorback Stadium. You can listen to it, of course, Chuck and Quinn and Gino here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. And what do you got leading up to it, man? We got about 20 minutes left here as we're live, but you guys are going to be here through what tonight?
So I've been doing this since 94. This is not anything. Today has been crazy. Today is just absolutely off the crazy. We got a lot of Tennessee people here. We got a lot of Arkansas fans here. We got a buy one, get one half off. That includes jerseys. So if you need a football jersey, guys, now's the time to come and get it. You need one of the coaches' polos. We got that. Here's the thing, though. White. The color white. I guess everybody has red. We're doing a stripe out today. Don't forget that. So if you're in a white section.
Great point. Great point.
We got a lot of white stuff. And we did that on purpose because we were afraid they would do a stripe out. So Nike, doesn't matter, Cutter and Buck, Champion. We got a shipment of white stuff in just last week, so we're good to go.
Yep. Again, you can go to Arkansas, have it on their website. I'm sure you guys have something here to wonder.
I've got a lot of posters in there showing you. So if you don't know what section you're in, come here. We can take care of you. We can tell you whether you're in white or red.
Exactly where to go.
Excuse me, cardinal or red or white. Cardinal or white.
Cardinal or white. That is a good point. I think I have a lot more red Arkansas apparel than I do.
Everybody does. Nobody has white, and that's the big selling color right now.
And if I do, I stain it pretty quickly,
well,
unfortunately.
I'm with you.
Like I just may or may not have stained this new tablecloth that we just got here at ESPN Arkansas. Oh, well.
Well, it's black, so.
Yeah, it'll seep in. Well, Robert, we appreciate you having us always.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Of course, man. Of course. Robert Mann here at the Stadium Shop.
Come and see me.
Come see us. Not just you, Elizabeth and Matt, too.
Oh, yeah. Come and see us.
The whole family.
Well, they're in there holding down the fort, so they get more credit than I do. I'm just out here hanging out with you.
You get to talk and be the face while they're doing the stuff.
They're working their butts off in there right now.
Behind the scenes. All right, we got one more segment here of Arkansas Game Day before we hand the headsets off to Phil Elson, Gino Bell, and Rick Schaefer when we return.
Rick Schaefer. Okay, cool. I didn't know he was still around.
Yeah, he's still doing it. He's still kicking. So one more segment coming up here live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also presented by our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day, sponsored by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Celebrate your pastor at the Solid Rock this month. October is Pastor Appreciation Month, and to help you celebrate, the Solid Rock is giving you a $5 gift card to give to your pastor with any purchase of $50 or more. And while you're there, be sure to check out the wonderful assortment of items that would make great pastor appreciation gifts. Celebrate Pastor Appreciation Month at the Solid Rock, the store that honors Christ all year long, off South 74th near Sam's Club.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
In the communities we serve, we know your energy is best spent on the things you enjoy. That's why we're helping you save your energy with natural gas. More efficient than other energy sources, save your energy for cheering on the Hogs. Be tailgate ready with your natural gas-powered outdoor grill. Enjoy fast, cozy comfort from your natural gas fireplace when ball games get chilly. At AOG, we know your Razorback pride runs deep. Ours does too. And so does our commitment to caring for the communities we serve with always on energy. Visit AOGC.com.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Metal Mart offers high-quality prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, custom trim shop, carports, and more. They strive to be a company where contractors as well as do-it-yourselfers are welcome. Metal Mart assists you in calculating the materials needed to complete your project, all at a rate you can afford. Stop by 7320 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith or call 648-3342. You can also catch them online at metalmarts.com. Metal Mart, the right material for the right price.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Welcome back to Arkansas Game Day.
They hand it to Quentin Jackson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Start every Saturday with Arkansas Game Day 5 hours before kickoff. Arkansas Game Day is also presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
We have great playmakers all across the offense, and JJ, Armstrong, Taylor, Tesla, Satania. I mean, we have to execute our game plan. We have to communicate and prepare better than we did last week because obviously we didn't get it done.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Blitz from Tennessee. Worked a lot of time. Lucas, touchdown.
That was the last time an Arkansas Razorback football team beat a top 5 team at home. 1999. You got to go all the way back when Tennessee was, I guess, number 3 in the country. Beat them by the same score you lost to the previous year in Knoxville, Tennessee. We welcome you back into Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also presented by our friends at Sawyer's Sunrooms. Guys, all three of us, just be frank, we're a little young for that game. Colton, I don't even know if you were
3 months old, maybe 4 months, maybe 4 months old. Yeah, no memory.
But like as you watch the Anthony Lucas video, as you hear from Clint Sterner, as I've listened intently to Chuck, and Clay, and Bo, and Tommy, and some of these other guys, this is there's a significance with Tennessee. This is not one of your biggest rivals by any stretch of your imagination, but you used to play these guys every year. You had to play Peyton Manning, you had to play T. Martin, you had to play Coach Fulmer back in the day, one of Clay's fishing buddies. This is a game that means a lot to both sides, and I'm paraphrasing what Clay told me yesterday on the Morning Rush, but I mean it was the opposite sides of the Mississippi River, basically.
Yeah, I mean, when these two teams play, there's usually memorable moments, and we had the one on our side that ended up basically deciding who won the national championship because Tennessee went on to win, and I think if Arkansas was able to win that game, they could very well have done the same thing. And then, the redemption of the next year, being able to get some revenge on the Tennessee Volunteers, winning that. I think they were ranked number 3 in the country when they did that. And then as of late, it's been really a lot of close games. Arkansas, maybe the last 3 times has beaten Tennessee, but that's been in like an 18-year span. I just think when Arkansas and Tennessee play, I mean, you can pretty much throw records out the window. These teams really get up for each other. I think they respect each other. And I just think Arkansas knows that this is a really good team, and they're going to be on their game tonight.
Yeah, and I think for Arkansas, like later on tonight, we've talked about them getting off to a good start. They're going to get, like, Tennessee is yet to be punched in the mouth. Arkansas's got to know that they're going to get punched in the mouth tonight. They're too lethal. The Vols are too lethal defensively. They're too lethal offensively. Similar to what you saw against Oklahoma State. So Oklahoma State comes back, ends up scoring the score. What does Taylor Green, that offense, do? They throw it to Luke Haas. He goes, 40, 50 yards for that touchdown, tie the thing up. You've got to be able to bounce back later on tonight because it's coming. It's just a matter of how you respond to it.
Yeah, and I think like we've talked about, the fans are going to be huge tonight because for one, Arkansas hasn't really had a home field advantage this year because they haven't played at home, and with this being a night game, I really think that that's going to give this team an energy boost, and I think every time they make a good play, the fans are going to be, wild and crazy, and I think it's going to get to Tennessee a little bit because let's face it, Oklahoma is not really a raucous environment. I mean, I don't think we've ever known Oklahoma to be a raucous environment with the Big 12. they kind of cakewalked through that conference most years. They really haven't had to get loud. I mean,
are you saying it just means more in the SEC?
Yeah, yeah, and
it just means more.
Maybe Oklahoma gets to that point, with them being in the SEC. But I mean, I'm telling you, if Arkansas fans get a reason to get loud tonight, they're going to get loud. And I mean, just make some plays and get this crowd fired up. And I think I really think that'll be huge tonight.
You said a phrase earlier. It's a free shot, and you're right. Arkansas can head into this game tonight looking at it as no one expects us to win. Not our own fan base doesn't expect us to win, to be quite honest. And yet, I feel like if you're in the confines of those walls and you're that team, you're Sam Pittman, the rest of that staff, and the rest of those players, that's how you have to look at it. I think that's the best characterization. You've called this game all day, Big C. And then you've squandered 2 games, right? Clay alluded to earlier. I mean, you cost yourself against Oklahoma State and Stillwater. You cost yourself last weekend in Arlington, Texas against the Texas A&M Aggies. Don't squander this game tonight. If you lose, don't let it be because of turnovers. This is a more talented team you're facing. Let's just face the facts. Tennessee's a better football team. They're better coached. They got better players.
Yeah.
And they're across the board. But you're at home. And just if you lose tonight, and listen, I don't want to go to this game with a losing attitude by any means. I'm trying to allude to the fact, or allude to the idea, don't let it be because of turnovers later on in Razorback Stadium.
Don't let them, come out and just willy-nilly free sling it all over the field on you. You've got to make it, stressful on them. And that's not just going to happen. You've got to do it. You've got to go out there and do it. The defense is going to have to play with more fire and intensity. I mean, they really are. I think you need to even blitz some early. Don't let Nico sit there and pick you apart. I just think this defensive front is going to have to come out and really play like their hair's on fire. They're going to have to really give, your offense some, momentum. I mean, the offense is going to have to come out and play well as well. The defense is going to set the tone, I think. If Tennessee goes out on an opening drive just down the field with ease, that could take the crowd out of it. You don't want that to happen. I think, Ty, you said it earlier, if you get a chance to take the ball, you do, and you go down the field and score. And I really think getting on the board first, and I really think just, the Vols trailing in this game, I think they're going to get hit in the mouth, and I think Arkansas is going to come out and play well.
Well, I like the spirit. I like the spirit, Big C, and I think a lot of our audience likes it as well. Again, we will have pre- and post-game coverage for the rest of the day, so keep your stations, hitthatline.com. However you're listening to us, make sure you stay tuned, especially for Hog Reaction. Matt Jones is going to be on with the guys. I don't know if it's Derek or Zach. I haven't been told that. It's one of the two guys along with it is Derek. Yeah. Okay, so it's Derek and Matt Jones. So that's going to be where we leave you. Come by and see us at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. We've had a great show. Phil Elson, Rick Schaefer, Gino Bell coming up next.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel